Hello, social media. How are you all today? This is Damon, the agent, coming to you all on another Friday. I'm just checking in. Please forgive my tardiness. I had a settlement that ran over. So, due to the fact that my settlement ran over, is the reason why I am just coming on. But I want to welcome everyone there on Instagram, everyone else here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate, Real Life, Real Talk, and Real Live with Damon the Agent. And it's the show where I bring all the real to you, starting with the wonderful world of real estate. So, with that being said, let's begin. Today's topic in real estate has to do with the HOA documents. That's the homeowners association documents that are normally associated with townhomes and condos, but in some few cases, they are associated with single family homes. So I wanted to briefly talk about this topic because it had popped up in one of my transactions recently, and also it was brought up yesterday. Actually, we went in my office and the topic was brought up, so I felt it would be a very good topic to talk to many people about so they can understand what the homeowner association documents are. In many cases, when a buyer is purchasing a home that has a HOA, there are documents associated with that community. And with that community, those documents are usually the bylaws, the rules and regulations. So basically, it's what you can and cannot do, and also what the homeowner association has to offer to you, the buyer. In many cases, the basic what's covered for the homeowner associations are normally trash removal, are normally snow removal. In some cases, they maintain the grass in the yard for you. It also covers the exterior insurance, sometimes building insurance, and things of that nature. Now, depending on where you are, they may cover other things such as with condos, for example, they cover sometimes water and gas. But the HOA always varies and stuff. So the reason why I want to talk to you about is to let you all know some of the rules and regulations that apply with most general HOA documents. With most with most HOA documents, a buyer who purchased a home normally are supposed to get that HOA document within 5 to 7 days, business days. Weekends are not included. It's normally business days. Now, in many cases with technology today, people are emailed the HOA documents, but the moment a person puts an offer on a property and the property is accepted, they have a certain amount of days to get the HOA documents so they can review for themselves to see if, based off the HOA rules and regulations, if they want to continue to purchase in that area. And that's very critical because some people, depending on what the rules and regulations are, they won't purchase in that area. Like, for example, I have a property now that has HOA. I had an agent to give me a call to ask if his buyer can purchase a property, would they be able to keep the RV in the driveway? So I reached out to the HOA to see, and the answer was no. So they chose to move on. But I share that to say that in many cases, some people want to see what they can and cannot do. There was another situation where a person wanted to build a basketball court in the backyard. The HOA regulations said that they couldn't do that, so they didn't want to purchase the home. There were other cases where there are people who have certain trucks that they drive, wanted to park their cars in their driveway or in front of their house. They could not. And then there are other things that the HOA will let you know. But in some cases, just like those that I just mentioned, what normally happens is the fact is that buyers would read these documentations and determine whether or not they want to move on. Now, with that being said, buyers, even though they're supposed to get the documents within a certain amount of time, if they do not get the document within that amount of time, 5 to 7 business days, they can go all the way up to the very last day of settlement and then pull out based on the fact that they did not receive the HOA documents in time, because it is a rule. It is the HOA document is put in place to protect the buyers. They have that option, even though sellers get very upset and stuff when that happens. they have a rule that if they do not receive it within normally 5 to 7 business days, and I say that because that rule of 5 to 7 business day applies in the state of Maryland. But in depending on where you live at, the rules may vary. But buyers are supposed to get those documentations within a immediately. And I always say immediately, meaning the day that the contract has been ratified and accepted by both the buyer and the seller should immediately send out to purchase the HOA documents. Now, in some cases, like foreclosed properties, normally the buyers are required to purchase the HOA documents in foreclosed properties in many cases. You always have to read the rules and the regulations, and you always have to talk with the agents to let you know what you are supposed to do, whether you're on the buying side or the selling side. But there are many restrictions when you are in a HOA community, so you have to read those bylaws and regulations to see what those restrictions are, so that you can make sure that that home that you're moving into is a place that you want to call home, and that there are not restrictions that are preventing you from buying that home. And also keep in mind that all HOAs do not hold the restrictions on property. A lot of times, especially in the state of Maryland and in DC, DC is not a state, but in Maryland, the county, you have to get permits depending on what you're getting done to your house. So sometimes things doesn't fall on the HOA, they fall on the county. So if anyone is always looking to do any type of upgrades to their homes, I would strongly suggest you speak to a licensed contractor first. Many times licensed contractors can tell you what the counties are going to have in place and everything, and they can tell you whether or not it's a county issue or HOA if that property is in a HOA community. But sometimes they cannot. But I'm just letting some of you all know, because some people think that even if they purchase a single family home, that they can do whatever they want to their home, and that's not always the case. They put these permits and things in place because there was at one particular time where homeowners wanted to do whatever they wanted to do to their home, making noises in all types of the night, destroying stuff, and then some neighbors felt like that they was bringing the property value down of their homes because of what one person was doing to their home. So in many cases, you really have to check with the county if it doesn't apply with the HOA. Sometimes things with the HOA, they're just following what the county rules are. So they're just letting you know before the county lets you know. With HOAs, you also have to see what the HOAs has to offer, because in some cases, HOA can add on to what your mortgage is. I'm sorry. And because they add on to what your mortgage is, some people do not take that into consideration. So let's say hypothetically, if a person's mortgage was $2,000 and the HOA was $500, I'm just using these numbers as an example, then that's $2,500 a month you're supposed to pay. But some people will pay their mortgage and don't pay their HOA. And then what ends up happening later on is the HOA will end up putting a lien against the property. So if that homeowner tries to, if that homeowner tries to sell the property, there is a lien against the property of the HOA dues that was not paid that has to be taken care of before that property can even be sold. So please take these things into consideration. And also, if you're buying a condo, understand that in many cases, condos fees, which are similar to HOA, are a little higher. But in many cases, the condo fees cover the water, they cover the electricity, but you have to really read the documentation so you know what applies to you and what doesn't apply to you. But the HOA documents are very critical. So I want people to be aware that whenever you're purchasing a home in a townhouse community or condo community, the HOA's documents are part of the contract. In some cases with single family, there are HOA, there are homeowners associations. You have to find out if there is or there not. I'm sorry, if there is or is not a HOA for that particular property. Now, a lot of times you can find out through the seller, because most sellers who are selling their homes, they know if they have a HOA. You can also find out if you're buying new construction through the sales rep. And then also as a buyer, you can always find that out through your agent as well too. So I just want to make you aware the HOA documents are very critical with the contract, because some people have not taken that into consideration, and some people have not understand that the HOA is very vital and very critical when it pertains to purchasing a home. So I want you all to always be aware of that when you're looking at condos, townhouses, and in some cases the the community that you're actually buying. So I'm sorry, Rigsby. Sorry, y'all. So please give me 1 second. I'm sorry. Um, Okay, I do apologize about that, but yes, please keep that in mind, you all. So I hope that I answered some of the things when it pertains to HOA documents. They're very critical. Please read over them. Sometimes when you're making an offer on properties, they are already uploaded in the disclosure. Sometimes they're not, but you are to get those within a allocated amount of time. So that is always taken into consideration. So give me 1 second and I will be right back. So yes. So also, I want to have a guest come on that was supposed to come on last week. His name is Chris Rigsby. I'm sorry, he wasn't supposed to come on last week. He was supposed to come on 2 weeks ago. He is a part owner of Certified Termite and Home Inspection. He wants to come on and talk about the importance of a home inspection and also a termite inspection. They tend to offer a free termite inspection with their services. They've been in business over 25 plus years. He's one of the owners. He's actually the son of the owner, but he's also part owner. And they want to tell you all the things that they have to offer, the importance of it, and also for those who think that a home inspection is not vital, it is very vital. Even if you're buying new construction, I will always recommend to get a home inspection, because understand that even with new construction, when you go in there and you speak with the sales rep and they have you sign the contract and everything, and even when you get your new construction, and then they say they're going to have one of their builder home inspectors walk with you, it's not really working for you. You understand? They're working for the builders. So all they're going to do is walk around the property and basically tell you, okay, if you see any marks on the wall, let me know so we can put a blue tape. That's basically it. They're not going to thoroughly check out and show you right then and there, because they put the house up. So they always feel like, oh, it's nothing's wrong with our house because we just built it. This is a brand new house. But let me tell you, there are things that go wrong with brand new construction. Again, I mentioned this before, that I had a lady bought a brand new construction house. After the home inspection was done, there was wiring issues that was wrong. There were plumbing issues that was wrong. And even though most builders will tell you that, oh, just let us know, we'll do it within the first 30 days. Sometimes you're not going to always find out what's wrong within the first 30 days when you're moving to a house. I've seen plenty of times where there are single individuals who move into single family home, and they may get a 3 or 4 bedroom home, 2.5 bath. They may never go in one of the bathroom. It might be their guest room. And in that guest room, they might have issues with the plumbing or something going on with the electrical socket and things of that nature. So it is strongly advised to get a home inspection these days when you are purchasing a home, whether it is new or used, because of the fact that it can save you time, money, headaches, and stress. And we all know that in the world we live in with COVID, the world we live in with nowadays monkeypox, people being stressed out beyond being stressed out. So we just want to make that known to you all, that it is very critical for you all to think about this home inspection thing. So I am waiting on Mr. Rigsby, because of the fact that he was supposed to come on 2 weeks ago, and let me give him a few seconds. Hold on. hello, 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 hello. We're back. We're back. So I just wanted you all to know that Chris is coming on right now. He's having some technical difficulties. I hope that he gets that fixed like right now. But he's trying to come on, and I'm trying to assist him. So let me finish elaborating about the HOA until we get Chris on. So HOAs can cost the seller and the buyer money in many ways. For example, if many buyers are not aware what the HOA is and it's a couple of dollars, $100 more a month, that's more added onto their payment. Also, if buyers are not aware that the HOA limits certain things that they want to do, then that's going to cost them. And then it costs sellers as well too if they don't disclose these things, because they don't end up selling their home like they wanted to sell their home in the first place. So I just want people to all be made aware of that when it pertains to the HOA. But I think Chris is coming on. Hold on for 1 second, you all. I think we finally got Chris. Hold on, y'all. Some people are tech savvy, some people are not. Let me see. Let me see if I could resend this to him, because he's saying that he can't sign on. So I don't understand it. Most people sign on, so some people can't sign on. I do apologize for the technical difficulties with someone not being able to sign on. I'm trying to help Chris out, so let me see. W4. Hold on for 1 second, you all. I'm just trying to see if I can help him out. All right, Chris. Where are you at, Chris? Everybody loves Chris, huh? All right, y'all. So I guess Chris is having problems. So let me go into my spiel about goals. Okay. I wanted to talk about goals in reference to, there are so many personal goals, exercise goals, life goals, work goals that I've realized people are trying to achieve, but people are not achieving any goals. The number one component to achieving your goals is first establishing your goals, whatever your goals are, whether it's pertaining to your weight, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to gain weight, if you're, whether it's pertaining to business, if you're trying to have a business, if you're trying to grow a business. Oh, I think I got Chris. Hold on. I'm gonna come back to this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Chris.
Yes. How you doing, Damien?
I'm
Yes,
great.
me?
How are you? I'm
I'm
great.
great.
How are
Yeah, I
you?
apologize. I'm actually on my other phone. I had a mount for this phone, but it's not connecting, so I'm actually holding this phone. So if it's kind of shaky, I
Okay.
apologize for everybody. How's everybody doing
It's
today?
all,
How's it going?
everybody's good, man. So I was explaining to people about certified termite and home inspection, and also about the fact, the importance of a home inspection And even with buying new construction, that is very critical for people to buy a home. I mean, to get a home inspection. So
Right.
please just tell us your companies, what it's about, how long it's been around, and then also elaborate on the home inspection and termite inspections for us, and anything else
Not,
that you feel like you want to talk
not a
about.
problem. Not a problem. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for everybody for tuning in and giving us a chance to explain what our professions are. Mr. Damon, been working with Damon for many years now. We've been doing a lot of houses, and Damon is top agent out here. He's the guy. So if you need any houses, go to Damon. He's the guy. As far as me, I've been doing inspections for over 30 some years. Company's been in business for over 3 decades now, doing home inspections and termite as well, termite pest control and home inspections. Been doing home inspections for that long. So when it comes to as far as my profession, I've been doing home inspections and properties for as long as I've been alive. Home inspections are very important, especially with new construction, because what happens is you have the builder that builds the property, then you have the buyer that buys the property. A lot of times what happens is the builder, even though the property is brand new, there's a lot of things that, even though the builder is building the property, you still have the contractors that he has contracted to do the actual building of the property. And a lot of times they can miss stuff just like any other human being can. So that is what a home inspector is good for, because we're going to go in and we're going to find things that contractor that was working on the property, whether it's putting insulation up or putting drywall up on the wall and they didn't put insulation up behind it, or there were areas where they had missed certain patches, certain areas that were missed as far as studs and stuff like that. We're going to find that on new construction. And a lot of times it's human error, and a lot of times it's laziness. Depending on whatever it is,
Hmm.
a home inspector is going to find that, because we are skilled. We're trained to look in areas where most people don't think about. And a lot of buyers don't think about certain things that the home inspector. We've been doing this for 30 some years. There are certain things that we don't that you wouldn't think about that we're going to bring up. That when
Hmm.
you buy the property or you go in with the inspection, you're going to learn a lot of information that you just don't
Hmm.
know because the home inspection is going to bring out a lot of things. And that's why I say whenever anybody does a home inspection, it's very important that you ask as many questions as possible. This is your home. This is going to be your new property. This is your new investment. This is what you and your family's going to be living in. This is your safe haven. Safe haven. You're going to definitely want to ask as many questions as possible. Don't feel scared. Ask the questions from a home inspector as you do the inspection.
That's good. Yeah, I was explaining also that I had a client before who bought new construction, and um, I advised her strongly to get a home inspection. This was like this particular client. This probably was like a couple of years ago, and
Okay.
she got a home inspection and everything. Of course, what I'm saying, I always recommend you all first, but she wanted to use her own. But that home inspector found so many issues. I'm talking about with the electrical box wiring, with the plumbing. I'm talking about with the toilet seats not being secured properly.
Right.
Um,
Right.
with also like in some of the rooms that the power wasn't really going to the outlets and things of
Right.
that nature.
Right.
So by the time the report was done, it was like about I think about 5 or 6 major issues. But what I explained to her was her getting a home inspection was really for your peace of mind, because there are
Exactly.
many people who get those new constructions and they so happy because it's new, and then once they move inside it, they realize like, oh, this problem. And then when they try to go to the builder's going to the next, building something else and ain't really getting to them. And then in some cases, don't even do what they properly should do. So
Right.
yeah, so
Right.
please go on.
Yeah, yeah. So and David's correct. I mean, and these could be small issues that could be a big problem, like you said with the electrical. You said that the power wasn't going all the way to the property. We have special devices that will indicate whether the outlets or the electricity coming through the property is either coming in correctly or not coming in the amount that it should be. For instance, you have outlets that have most of your outlets that you have coming into your house are called 110. 110
Hmm.
outlets coming in, and a lot of times they can have the wiring where the contractor did not put it in correctly, and do the wire correctly, so that you have like what they call a open ground where the ground is not connected properly, and that can be a safety issue for your family. The home inspector is going to go in there, and we're going to put the device in. We're going to find that before you buy the property, so that can be taken care of before the property is purchased. Um, and you have certain issues with outlets like that. With the plumbing issue, you said that the toilet wasn't secure properly, and that's
Mm-hmm.
very important because if a toilet is not secure, all that's going to do is in time by the person sitting down on the toilet is going to cause movement, which is going
Right.
to eventually cause a leak, which is eventually going to cause either mold or water problem come into your house after you done moved in. That's going to be that's going to be hazardous to your family and to you and your family. So these issues are very important that can be caught prior to buying the property by a licensed skilled home inspector that has been in the industry doing home inspections, new or older properties, older properties as well, but new properties as well too.
Yeah, that's true and everything. And I always like to say that with some new construction people, they always tell people you don't need a realtor or you don't need a home inspection. They tell them that, but you do. I mean,
You
you
do,
should, you
you
should,
do,
you
you
should,
you
because
should.
I mean, they think like, oh, because that person's sitting there, but they don't understand that person represents the builder. You
Right.
understand? They don't represent them. So
No.
sometimes they're not going to be advised properly what they should and should not do. And this is
Exactly.
the reason why, what I'm saying, like it is very important for home inspection and stuff. And also, what else does your company offer with?
We also offer termite and pest control. So the termite part of it is very important as well. A lot of lenders and people, they want a termite inspection for the property so they make sure the property is free from termites. But termites is another important inspection when it comes to properties, because termites are very very dangerous to the property, not to the human body, but to the termite, but to the house, because they'll eat up the wood inside the property, and they could pretty much be infesting the property without you even knowing.
Hmm.
Now, on a new construction, what happens is the builder will give the house a 5 year guarantee. They are supposed to treat the soil before they build the property on it. That's supposedly what's supposed to happen, and then they give you a 5 year guarantee, which is good. But I always recommend that you get your own warranty on the property, whether it's new and used. Definitely on an older property, because termites. I tell people to get their inspections once a year, because termites, even though they're in the ground, a lot of times springtime is when you start to see the swarmers. See people call and say, "I see these things flying around," and they don't know whether they're ants or termites or not. But the proper way to get that and looked at is to get a termite inspection, and then whether it's termites, and then if it is, you would definitely want to get a warranty or some type of termite control property on the property, because then that will eliminate any termites that will come in the future. And if it does, you're warranted, you're covered. You have to worry about paying extra money. A termite treatment is very costly after the problem is found. Once the termites are in the property, we treat it, and then you have to worry about doing the repair, the damage. You want to eliminate all that by getting a warranty, getting it treated, and then you're getting your house treated, you're getting your house inspected. If it does, if termites are found, we'll come treat it. You're on the warranty. There's no extra money out your pocket as long as you're on the warranty.
Let
And
me ask
that's
you a
just
question.
another.
How much is the termite inspection?
No, the termite inspection is free. We're the only company that I know of that we get the free it's in house, that give the termite inspection free with every home inspection. Every home
Well,
inspection that you do, we're going to give you a free termite with that, and with the certification indicating that, so you can get that to the lender and everybody else. You can have that paperwork saying there was no houses, no termites, or if it was termites in the house, then we'll take care of it from there.
okay. The other question is, if it's a person who is getting like who didn't get a home inspection, can they still get a termite inspection with you all? Let's say they didn't get a home inspection, and like you just said,
Oh,
annually that you
boy,
want
you
them
breaking
that they can they get a
you
regular
breaking up
termite
really bad.
inspection?
Yeah. From what I'm understanding, you're saying that can they just get a regular termite inspection? Yes, termite
Yeah.
inspections you can get it without a home inspection. If you want to get a termite inspection without a home inspection, yes, you can do that.
How much does that
Um,
cost?
Anywhere from 75 and up, depending on the property and the area. We do
Okay.
have to, if you're out of the area, a lot of times but you can call the company. We'll give you that information, and definitely we'll take care of you on that, and then give the paperwork on that, which will cover you on in your property for
Do you
termite inspection.
do you all do like radon inspection too? Because like in Montgomery
Yes.
County, that's one of the like
Now
the
we don't.
requirements.
Yes, we do in Montgomery County. Yes, you're breaking up, but yes, we do a radon inspection, and that's something that's important as well. Radon is a gas that comes from the ground, and every house has it, but every house has a certain level of it. So it's very, very important. And like say they say radon it's almost like smoking cigarette. It's pretty much give you lung cancer, but it's very important, just like anything else, and we do offer that. And like I said, you can go on our website and check out if we have any more information. Or you can give us a call on the radar inspection, and those prices vary as well, from whether you get it without or with a home inspection.
Okay. Okay. So you said that your company's been doing it for 30 plus years, you said?
No, 30 plus days. That's playing. No, 30 plus years. No, 30,
Yeah, I know,
30
no,
plus
no.
years.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
30.
know your father and stuff too. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, we're
So
doing this
so
for.
so how can they contact your company and stuff if they wanted to, like a website or phone number or what?
Yeah, we can. You can go on cthiinspectors.com, or we can you can go on there. We're also on Instagram, Twitter, and all the social media sites, Facebook as well. But if you want to go on CTHI, I say it really slow, CTHI Inspectors, that's two I's, CTHI Inspectors.com. And you can go on there, you can click on any of those social media sites from there, or you can give us a call at 301 899 8955.
Okay, I just put it right there,
Okay.
cthiinspectors.com, so they
Yep.
can check that out if they want to, visit you all and everything. And then you also said the number is 301
301
8.
899
Mm-hmm.
8955.
Yeah, I've seen that number plenty of times.
There's been numbers for we had the number for years. I don't think it's ever changed since the Earth been around. So
Right, 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 right. So yeah, so I mean, it's good to I'm saying, to give people that type of information, the importance of a home inspection, and also that you'll also give a free termite inspection, and that you also do radon inspection.
yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, but I will say that I like to if you do go on any of the social media sites, a lot of times it's a good learning tool. If you have nothing on your free time to kind of go on there to kind of see the site certain items that we do look for or do look out for, and you can kind of get the information on certain things that you may not even have a thought of, that kind of get you prepared for when you do home inspections, to have a good, the questions to ask the home inspector, whether you are a company or not. Any home inspection that you get, it's good that be prepared and have these questions ready for this inspector and at the time of the inspection.
Right, that's good. So let me ask another question.
Yes,
So
sir.
because I know, like, yesterday, matter of fact, I was speaking with an agent, and you know, are you up on the latest technology as far as things are concerned?
Uh,
Somebody was telling me yesterday that, I'm just want to share real quick my offer.
no,
They
no, no,
said
go
they
ahead.
went to one of their properties, and the home inspector, I'm not gonna say the company, but they didn't include any pictures or
Mm-hmm.
anything with the home inspection, which I thought was kind of crazy,
Yeah,
because
kind of
if
weird.
you present it to the seller that there are issues with the property, it needs to have pictures so they can know exactly what a person is talking about. Because some sellers don't know. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. What area they're talking about? So
Right.
you do include pictures and things of that nature, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, I apologize for not explaining to the inspection process. Whenever you be doing home inspection, within 2 to 3 days, you're going to get a very detailed inspection via email, indicating all the issues that we talked about during the home inspection with pictures. And we're very detailed with the pictures. I mean, and one thing that we're very detailed on is like with the roofs. Now, we have certain properties where we have drones that fly up on the roof and look at the roof to give you a detailed inspection on the shingles or your sheathing or something like that. The gutters, your your fascia boards around the chimney, and your crown of the chimney and stuff like that. And all these terms I'm talking about, crown, fascia boards, all these areas are going to be listed on the report, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you go on our social media sites, I have a lot of things that talk about that. But yes, pictures are very important, and we do have that explain everything, on the outside, inside, whether you have a crawl space. A lot of people don't understand what a crawl space is. Or inside the attic, we go inside the attic to see the ventilation. If the attic's not too hot, like right now, it's like almost 100 degrees outside. It's really hot outside. But in the attic, it's very important whether you have a certain amount of ventilation and insulation in the attic. And then we go in those areas and we have tools to see how hot the attic is. Is the attic getting the proper ventilation? Because if it's not, then your upstairs are going to be hot, and your air conditioner is going to be working the crap out of itself, and then your she's going to go out wondering why it went out because your attic wasn't as cool as it should have been. Little simple tools like that we're going to look at that, make sure that your house has a very long life to live along with you.
I'm glad you explained that because I've recently had a client a couple of months ago who you all did the home inspection as well, and that was one of the things they found as far as the issue in the attic, and they recommended a fan being up in there and things of that nature. It was things like, what I'm saying, like you said. I mean, I'm glad you elaborated on that aspect of some of the things that you all do, because I think sometimes people don't understand how in depth you all go in reference to what I'm saying, like, how in depth you all go when it pertains to you all doing a home inspection. So
Right.
somebody said, what happens if something was missed? Will you all come back and re-inspect the home?
Something was missed. If it
Uh-huh.
depends, now all depends on what was missed and how it was missed. Now, a lot of times, like we're doing inspections, termite inspections, we will indicate whether or not the house has a lot of stored materials in it. Now, if the house has a stored materials and is occupied, we can't really touch people's stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just important. But we do indicate it, and we have ways of looking around to kind of get an idea of what may be the problem without having to move stuff. But that's a good question, because what I tell people, if we do have to come back, we can do a second inspection. Once everything is moved out, if everything is in the place at the time, we can come back once everything is moved right before settlement on the property to kind of give you a better idea of that. That's not a problem.
So let me ask a question. With that being said, if y'all come back out again, are you all going to charge
No,
the
no, no,
buyer?
no, we're not.
Okay, so
Well,
so
it
you
depends. Now,
re-inspect for
now
free.
I don't want to say, but no, no, most likely, no, we're not going to charge, because at that time, that is something that we're helping out our buyers, because we want to make sure that you're getting a good property and a good inspection. But determining on what the problem is, or what's missed, or what has to be moved, then that has, I can't say on every issue. It really depends on what has to be moved or
Okay,
what has to be inspected.
so it's always situational.
Yes, sir. Via
Yeah.
situation.
Okay. Okay. Situational. Okay, that's good to know and everything. So
Yeah, but
also,
we're going to work with. We're going to definitely work with you.
okay, yeah, because she asked again, is there a fee to come back? And the answer
It's a
there
good
is
question.
it's situational. So basically, I think what she was asking, because she's a realtor, I think she was asking, let's say hypothetically, like what you said if the homeowners have a lot of furniture or things in a way where you all can't get to some things, then you all can't properly inspect some things. Like you said, in some attics, some people keep Christmas trees up there and keep all types of stuff up there, so you all can't move everything. But let's say by the time the buyer moves in, the attic is empty, and then they realize something was missed, but then what I'm saying, they want you all to come look at it again. In situations like that, you all will probably come back, correct?
Yeah, we'll come back. That's what somebody had to talk to the inspector that did the inspection at the time, and the
Mm-hmm.
company. We'll work with you best as we can to go out. Because a lot of times we do inspections and outlets may be covered. I mean, I've been in houses where I weren't able to do certain windows, because we like to check the windows out, make sure that the windows are either A, insulated properly, or B, staying up, because you have the balancers inside the windows that keep the window up. A lot of times if they go bad, you lift it up, the window falls down, it can hurt somebody. If we're not able to inspect that, then we're going to put on a report. Window this was inspected, or a certain amount of windows weren't inspected. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want it inspected again, then we have to, we could work something out for somebody to come out and check the windows out, or to check the certain outlets that weren't tested, or like ventilation. You might have a vent in the floor that we weren't able to test, and then it may be disconnected inside the wall that we
Mm-hmm.
weren't able to look at the time. But like I said, we can work something out. Like I said, we are definitely here for the buyers to make sure that you're
Yeah.
getting a good property inspection.
Yeah, and in most cases, with my clients, I've asked, I've made phone calls to Aaron, and what I'm saying, and they've done things for me and stuff like that. So, FYI, if it's one of my clients, most likely they're going to come back and there's not going to be a fee. For other people who want to use you and stuff like that, like you said, it's situational. So basically, it depends on what the report says. It depends on particularly what was missed, if anything was missed. And then it also depends on, you know what I'm saying, if it's something that has to be more in depth as far as inspecting, because of the fact, you know, you all do a great job. I mean, most people that have used you all that I've recommend, you know, have highly recommended you all. And some people have even done Google reviews for you all. So, I mean, one of the reasons why you're on here is because, you know, I've been in the business 17 years, and I used to use different companies when I first got into the business. I used to try to use AmeriSpec, but AmeriSpec didn't offer a termite inspection with the home inspection. I tried to use other people. They didn't offer the termite inspection. And then their prices, I found sometimes might have been $10 or $15 more, but they did not even include the inspection. Yeah, I mean, the termite inspection. So I felt like the value of them wasn't the same. So I wanted to, like you said, most lenders want the termite inspections when they're dealing with buyers. So why would I have my buyer to pay? Let's say my buyer got to pay, I don't know, $400, and then they don't even have a termite inspection. Now they got to pay another $475 and stuff. So right. So I was like, and then like you said, I like it all to be in one. So because you'll do it, you're you know what I'm saying, you're a black owned, you're you know, local and stuff, you're in PG County, but y'all close to the DC line and everything. So it's like it was always been convenient for me. So a lot of times I always ask my clients, you need to get a home inspection. I always tell my buyers immediately once they get, I said, you need it. I always tell them before they get a contract ratified when we're looking at properties, but I also tell them once they get you need to call to set up a home inspection as soon as possible, within the next 2 to 3 days, if possible. And they always ask me, do you have somebody you recommend? I say, yeah, I can give you this person, you know what I'm saying? Or you can look online or do this and everything. So they always call you all and stuff. And then a lot of times, when they call, they always say, oh, because you're Damon's client, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You get a discount. So my clients get discounts. Yeah, I treat my clients well. So I always do repeat business with you, and then you'll do a very good job. And then, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's always been, I've never had a problem. Like, even if there was a problem, like something come up, like I said, Aaron is very humble and has a very great personality. You know what I'm saying? He always looking out. Your father is a great guy and stuff too. He's always looked out. You know, there's been times when I've come to the property to do the home inspection, and your father's there before I get there. We can have the home inspection at 1 o'clock. I pull up at 12:45, and your father's already there walking around. And I'm like, oh, he said, oh, I'm doing the termite. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, yeah, somebody else coming, you know. But it's things like that. I like for all bases to be covered when it pertains to just providing good customer service and quality to people, and you'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So another question that the realtor my offer have is, what is the average time for an inspection to be conducted?
So that's a very good question as well. The average inspection is going to take about an hour and a half. The longest I've ever taken on a home inspection was hour and a half to 2 hours. That was only because the house was so huge. But most size houses nowadays going to take about an hour and some change to do. The turnaround time for the inspection report, well, that can be anywhere for another day, just depending on how many inspections were done prior to it. Because the way that we have our system set up is, we have an inspector, and we have a second part of the company that actually writes the reports up. We have guys that are very, very skilled in writing reports up, that communicate with the home inspector. And what they do is, depending on, and all this does is to get the inspections done. And we work together. We all work together to get the inspections sent out. So within once the inspection's done on that day, with about 2 hours, you should get the report within the next day, or the day after.
Okay. And what's the average cost?
Anywhere from $400 and some dollars and up. It depends on the price, size, and the area of the property. It can be anywhere from $435 and up, just depending. But like I said, you're always going to get the free termite inspection, no matter what, with the home inspection.
Right. So it depends on the size of the property, the number of bedrooms. So people need to understand it depends on the square footage of the property, the number of bedrooms and bath, the size of the property. one shoe does not always fit all. So if a person's purchasing a townhouse, that townhouse price is not going to be the same for a single family house. You know,
Right.
so yeah, that's what they
But
need
you're
to.
gonna have all the information. When you call the number, they're gonna give you once you give them all the information, they're gonna give you the price of that right then and there, and then you go from there. Like I said, and like I said, all the termite inspections are included with that. So that's one thing you don't have to pay for.
That's great. That's great. You know, anything else you'd like to share with us? How you doing, man? How you feel?
I've been good, Damon. I've been good. I've been out here hustling just like you, sir.
That's
Out here,
good.
I'm working on something now to, try to do some marketing with the company as well. So, I'm out here every day, man. I've been out here with my pops for over 30 years, and houses is what I know. If it's anything, it's houses. So that's why I said
That's good.
I love the company. I love the business.
That's good. Robin Stringer McCauley said you're her old school mate.
Oh yeah, Robert.
Yeah, he said great
Yeah,
home inspection company and
McCullough,
stuff.
yes. How are you doing?
He's a lender and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. Yeah, like I said, I've been out here with a lot of Robin. I mean, like I've been doing a lot of business with a lot of people. I try to
Yeah.
be a good person, and as far as the profession, a lot of people who I've met who want to become a home inspector, and I tell them, I said, is this something that you really want to do? Because you're looking at it from the outside in, as opposed to what a person really wants to do, and becoming a home inspector. It takes a lot. Just like it takes a lot to be a realtor. You
Yeah,
have to
people don't understand and stuff like that. All people see is when I post and sold.
right.
But then they think they can do what I can do. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Everybody
no,
can't do what everybody do. They can try. I mean, I
they can
always tell
try.
people
No,
to
yeah,
try, but the
right.
thing about it, they don't even understand the turnover rate and stuff like that because But that's neither here nor there. But another question, she said, how much notice do you need to make an appointment?
Oh, you don't need. We tried. It's been instances where we were able to do it the same day, so we can most likely do it the next day. Like today, we had a handful of inspections, and yesterday. Tomorrow doesn't look as packed, so it just depends. A lot of times you can do it the second day. A lot of times you can do
Okay.
it.
Okay. Yeah. So I've had clients, FYI on that, to answer that. I've had clients that called in and got an appointments the next day.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
possible.
called around this time and then they got an appointment 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yes.
So they're always trying to accommodate, but they're always busy too. So like anyone else, but they always try to accommodate. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
definitely. Like I said, that changes, but yeah, most likely we could do it the second day. Most likely. I mean, there's like I said, depending on the schedule. Depending on the schedule.
yeah, that's good. That's good. So yeah, so besides that, man, I really want to thank you for coming on, sharing your company information,
No,
sharing
thank you.
your information, what I'm saying, letting people know the importance of a home inspection. And then also, just for you all always being a good home inspection company and stuff,
Thank
like I said, I appreciate everyone that's there and that works with me. And hopefully I see you all at my client appreciation party on October 15th. I'm gonna email you the stuff, but I sent it to the
you.
company.
Okay.
Like I said, Aaron had already responded. So,
Okay. Okay.
and then she said, "Thank you for answering those questions."
No, thank you. It was very good questions. Very good questions.
Yes. So, man, you have a great day. You continue to stay safe and
Thank
you
you.
look good, man. So, you know what I'm
I'm,
saying?
I'm,
Continue
I'm
to do
trying to be
what
like
you
you,
do.
Damien. I'm trying to follow your footsteps, sir.
Listen, man, being like me, you gotta thank God for everything because that's all I
Yes,
do.
sir.
I thank God for every day that I wake up, for my
Yes, sir.
great, what I'm saying, my health. I thank Him for my sanity because so much in this world can drive you crazy. And
It's a lot. It's a
yeah,
lot out
man,
here.
it's
It
a
takes a
lot. So
lot.
I thank Him for everything. My businesses, my clients. You know what I'm saying? That's who I owe everything to. So when you see me, all you see is a reflection of Him. So
Thank
that's
you.
who I. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I thank you, man. And
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that I email you the information when we get off. Okay.
Okay. I appreciate you.
You
All right.
welcome,
Y'all
man. You
y'all
have
have
a
a good one.
great day.
Everybody have a good day, good weekend. Be safe out there.
You too. Thank you, Chris.
All right. No problem.
All right, bye-bye. All right, that was Chris Rigsby, one of the owners of Certified Termite and Home Inspection, or Certified Home and termite inspection. Hold on, HTHI, certified termite and home inspection. That was Chris. So he was one of the owners. So he's a great guy. I thank him for coming on. I thank, you know what I'm saying, you all for being here. But let me go back to the finished topic. So the remaining topic of the day is goals. Okay, I wanted to talk about setting goals. So many people I feel that sometimes get sidetracked with the what goes on in this world today when it pertains to just life. Period. So sometimes it's very hard to maintain and achieve your goals. And like I started to say before Chris came on, the first thing you have to do is establish what your goals are. But the very second and very important thing that you need to do is write your goals down. People don't seem to understand the importance of writing things down. With with this world we live in, with cell phones, to where people are always on the phone, they feel like, oh, I'm just gonna put it on my cell phone. That's okay, but just like with texting is, you know what I'm saying, it's not the same as talking. The importance of writing your goals down is once you write your goals down and your vision and you make it plain, it sets off things in the universe. And when it sets things off in the universe, that's when those things come to pass and things start to happen along with you putting in the work. But you have to first know what your goals are going to be. And even if you don't, get a pen, get some paper, and write, people. Write what your goals are. And then do a daily checklist of review of your goals. You know, people are so lackluster these days, and people talk about things, and they don't put any actions behind what they say. But the action is what's going to propel you to achieve your goals. See, a lot of times people envision and want things, but they don't do the things that they really need to do to have. So sometimes people have this idea in their head what they want, but it never comes to pass. And to me, that's called delusional. You know what I'm saying? You're being delusional when you say, "Oh, I wanna, I wanna buy a car," but you do nothing to get you and put you in a position to buy a car. You're delusional when you say, "Oh, I want to travel to um, Bora Bora," but then you don't do nothing to help you put you in a position to achieve that goal. You know what I'm saying? We all have personal goals. We all have business goals. We have family goals. Like people want their families to be a certain thing. People have relationship goals. They want their relationships to be a certain way. But many people do not do anything but talk. People just talk about what they want, but they do nothing. And then they look at other people who are doing the things that they wish that they can do or that they want to do, but they never do, and they wonder why. And part of the reason that they never achieve these goals is because, first of all, you're talking, you're not writing, you're not reflecting, you're not reviewing. So you'll never achieve your goals if you don't start off by writing things down. You have to plan for these things. You know, you have to plan to succeed. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's a saying. Those who fail to plan, they're really planning to fail. It's inevitable. It's a way of life. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think people who before technology was even around, such as Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and even Steve Jobs and all these people became successful? It was not just them doing things, but a lot of times they wrote down a lot of things. They wrote down a lot of things, wrote down their goals, what they wanted to achieve. I don't care what your goal is in life, whether or not you want to have that relationship goal, whether or not you want to own um, multiple properties or own multiple vehicles, whether or not you want to take 4 or 5 trips a year. You have to start by writing things down, people, because the only way to achieve a lot of these things, and I'm not saying there are not people out there who are not achieving these things and they not writing stuff down, but it's very few. Everybody can't do what everybody do. What you see on social media does not apply to everyone. You can't do what everybody do. You think so. You think things should happen for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see people on with these little challenges and these trends. Everybody copying what everybody else copying. You know what I'm saying? And what you think you're gonna do something better than them? No. A lot of times you're doing the same as them. But a lot of times when you want to achieve your goals, you have to start off what your goals are. You have to write down these goals. You have to review these goals constantly. and then you have to put into action to achieve these goals. Otherwise, you're delusional. Otherwise, you're just talking. You know what I'm saying? Talking without action is basically, you know what I'm saying, a bluff. So you're bluffing yourself. You're fooling yourself. You're lying to yourself. Then next thing you know, you're gonna look up and it's 5 years later and you ain't achieved none of those goals. You ain't gone nowhere if that's your goal. You ain't bought nothing if that's your goal. Your relationship gonna still be the way it was or worse and everything because you don't have the proper etiquettes when it pertains to achieving your goals. So in life, people, please understand that when it pertains to goal setting, you have to start with writing, not putting everything on the phone because it does not put the same things into the universe that you need in order to achieve these goals. So I'm just trying to help somebody out there, you know what I'm saying, help themselves and hopefully get focused enough to want to achieve their goals regardless of what it is. If you want to travel to Paris or Egypt, start planning it, start doing it. Otherwise, what's this, 2022? It'll be 2025, and you'll see other people who taking trips and they having fun, and you ain't took a trip yet. When last time you took a real vacation? I ain't talking about those people who taking 5 vacations a year. I'm talking about those people who ain't took a vacation in years. When last time, for those people who have certain relationship goals, that you've even achieved that? Please have a reflection of yourself and realize where you are in your life and what you need to do. But in order to achieve a lot of goals, you're going to have to start writing things down, reviewing these goals daily, and putting a plan into action so you can achieve them. I hope that that helps someone. So let me quickly go over the recap of today. First of all, going back to the HOA documents. Understand HOA documents are very critical when you're purchasing townhouses, condominiums, and in some cases, single family home. Understand that the HOA documents include the bylaws of the community and the rules and regulations, which you can and cannot do in that community, and what that community has to offer you. That's what the HOA documents are. And then we had our guest come on, Chris Rigsby, with certified termite home inspection, who talked about the importance of a home inspection and also with his company, a free termite inspection is included. And they also do a radon inspection for those people who are in Montgomery County in this particular area. And understanding that a home inspection is really your peace of mind. I don't care if you get new construction or old construction. Getting a home inspection is really to certify your peace of mind of what property you are inheriting. You want to know if there are any issues, if there are major issues, or if there are no issues. But getting a home inspection will help you make a very critical decision on whether or not that's the home for you. And then also, I just talked about goals. Please do not just speak out talking about what you want to do, what you're going to do, but you don't put no action behind it. Because like I said, you're delusional and you're bluffing yourself and you're just lying to yourself. You want to achieve these goals, start writing things down, start doing all the things that you need to do. So that way, in a few years, your goals can be achieved. Because I read somewhere that what we do in 2023, which is next year, is going to set up how you live in 2030. That's 7 years. Reflect on your past 7 years and see where you were and where you are now and think about it. You know what I'm saying? Also, please like and subscribe to all of my social media. My YouTube, please see the link. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. I appreciate each and one of y'all. I thank you for coming each and every Friday. Come here at 12 noon with Real Estate, Real Life, Real Talk, and Real Live with Damon, the agent. You all have a great